Hi, I'm Dan Stair of Daniel's Training Services, and I want to show you something about the regulations that a lot of people may overlook, and it's really important. I just received this a day or two ago, and this is a copy of the Hazardous Materials Regulations that's used by PHMSA, the Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, within the US DOT. Basically, this is all the regulations you need for the transporting of hazardous materials within the US. So everything to do with the domestic regulations for the transportation of hazardous materials are right here. Now, I just received this a day or two ago. Now zoom in on this right here, and you can see that it's dated March of 2017. So what did I have before this? Well, hold on. This is until a few days ago, the current copy of the HMR. Now, when you zoom in on this, you can see that that one's dated October of 2016. So the Hazardous Materials Regulations of PHMSA come out every 6 months. And so this is a copy I had from about November of last year until today. And as of today, with the new edition, this is now junk. I might hold it just to keep it as a reference, but essentially these regulations are no longer in effect. Now, it's these. So there's a new version, a new edition of the regulations. And if you are involved in the transportation of hazardous materials within the US, you must have the most up-to-date copy of the regulations. And this is one way to get them. Now, there are many publishers out there in many different ways you can get access to the Hazardous Materials Regulations. This is the one I prefer, so I'm going to throw a plug out here to Mancalm. They are the ones who provide this, so it's Mancommm, Mancalm. You go to mancalm.com, and I buy my regulations from them. I like it because it's bound nicely. They put other tools in the regulations to show you when there's been changes, and they highlight certain texts. So there's a lot of good things in here. What I really like, though, and the package deal that I use and that I would recommend to others is I paid a one-time fee a year or two ago so that I always receive the most up-to-date edition of the regulations. So every 6 months, I don't have to remember, I don't have to set the calendar, I don't have to mail a check. This just shows up via UPS or FedEx or whatever delivery service. So I pay a fee one time, it's good for a couple of years, I get a discount, and every time the new edition comes out, I know that it's going to show up on my doorstep, and as soon as it's there, then I've got the newest set of the regulations to refer to. And that's very important for anybody who, like me, does hazmat employee training or does consulting, or if you do anything with shipping or receiving hazardous materials within the US, you're going to want the latest copy of the regulations. So I use Mancom, you might use some other source, but I recommend you have something to make sure that you have the latest, most up-to-date copy of the regulations. If you ever have any questions about obtaining the regulations or different sources for obtaining the regulations, or if you have any questions about the transportation of hazardous materials within the US or international, which is a different set of regulations, please don't hesitate to contact me through my website or by calling me or by sending me an email. Thank you very much.